10 years of self-improvement in 10 minutes. My name is Rashid Ghanem, and in this video, I'm gonna share the lessons that I learned as a professional athlete, as a racing driver, and as a man outside the sport. Ever since I was 10 months old, my father put me in the kart for the first time, and I used to hold the steering wheel, I couldn't reach the pedals, but I used to hold the steering wheel and try my best to turn. We started it as a hobby, just for me and my father to spend some time together, but soon he realized that I have some potential in it, and so he bought me a kart, and I did my first race in 2010. I was 9 years old. I finished second. There was like 5 people in the race, still. And yeah, fast forward 10 years, we won 2 championships in Lebanon, and we moved to Europe, we raced in European championships, we got sponsors, we moved to Formula 4, we did great in Formula 4, and then in 2021, that came to an end. And since 2021 till now, I've been developing myself outside of racing. So I'm here to share the lessons that I learned throughout all this time, okay? The lessons that my father taught me, and the lessons that I learned myself. The first lesson, how to adapt to new situations. In any situation that you face, there are 2 things, controllables and uncontrollables. In any situation. In racing, so many times, the situations change in a second. You're driving and suddenly it rains. The fast drivers are the drivers who can adapt immediately to a new situation. Bruce Lee says you need to be like water.
Now you put water into a cup. It becomes the cup.
Basically, you need to be like water. Wherever I throw you, you must adapt to perform at your best ability in that situation. And the way you do that is by focusing on the controllables. Whenever you face a problem, I need you to do one thing. Identify what are the controllables and what are the uncontrollables. Anything that is uncontrollable, the weather, the rain, put that aside. All the slow drivers panic and worry. Oh my god, it's raining, what are we gonna do? Oh man, it's wet, I'm gonna slide, I'm gonna lose time. No, that's uncontrollable. You cannot control the weather. So why worry about anything out of your hands? Everything that is in your hands, you focus on. You need to focus on something by the end of the day. So focus on the things that are in your control so you can perform at your best level. You get it? So once you identify the controllables, I want you to focus on finding the solution. Okay, in racing, whenever it rains, fine, you find the racing line, you go in, you change your tires, you visualize how you want to drive on the track, where you want to brake, where you want to turn, the best lining on the track, how you want to enjoy racing. That's in your hands, and you go and you do that. In any problem you face, let's say you move to a new country, or let's say you move to a new school, or anything that's going on, find what is in your hands and do your best in that. That is how you get the results. Second lesson, how to create proper relationships. In racing, there are kids who start to race when they're 7, 8 years old, 12, 15, and they grow up in racing. So many times I'd see a 12-year-old kid bossing around his mechanic, okay, not showing respect at all. Imagine a 12-year-old kid dealing with a 30-year-old man, not saying please, not saying thank you, not showing him respect, treating him like he's nothing, only because the father is paying for the mechanic. What would you say about that kid? Wanna go and knock him out? Anyone who doesn't show respect to other people is not worthy of your respect in the first place, right? Now imagine that same kid treating that mechanic with full respect, saying thank you, saying please, giving him a smile, asking how he is, showing respect in his body language and everything. How would you look at that kid? You're gonna respect him. So with you, always treat the people below you, on your level, above you, with respect. There's a quote that I love and I read almost every day. It says, I have it on my mirror, it's by Thomas Carlyle, I don't know how you say his name. A great man shows his greatness by the way he treats little men. Okay, our goal is improvement. We treat the people around us, especially the people below us, with respect. When you're at school, or at work, or wherever you are, you treat the people below you with respect. The janitor, okay, the cleaning lady, the security guard, whoever, the teacher, you treat them with respect. Give them a smile. 10 seconds of your time, ask them how they are. It's gonna mean the world to them, because nobody does that. And that gives you greatness, and that gives you social improvement, which is our goal. Third lesson, how to improve in anything. This formula that is applied in racing works in every single area of your life. How to improve. Okay, it's very simple. You go, you perform, come back, analyze, put down 3 points, go out and implement them. We go out, we do our laps, we practice. We come back in, we put the lap time on a computer screen. Okay, it's called data in racing. You have a bunch of lines. The speed, the braking, the RPMs, all those things. So you look, you compare yourself to another driver. If I'm not the fastest driver, I see who's faster than me. I go and I put his time on the screen, and I see maybe he's braking a bit later than me on turn 3. Maybe his minimum speed is a bit higher. His exit is a bit better. His RPM on braking is a bit higher. He's braking a bit softer. So many details. I see them. Okay, fine. I need to improve this, and that. Perfect. I go out and I do that. And I come back and I put it again. and I analyze and I go out and I do it again. And by the end of the day, I'm 10 times better than how I started, only because of this formula. Perform, feedback, perform again. In anything you want to perform, in anything you want to improve in, this is the formula. If you're an athlete, if you want to improve in playing tennis, for example, or basketball or football or any kind of sport, film yourself while playing. Come back home, put on your computer screen, put down your favorite player next to you, and analyze and compare. Feedback leads to improvement. I said this in many videos. Practice doesn't make perfect, it's feedback. We've been speaking all of our lives, you and me, right? But we're not perfect speakers. But if you start to analyze the way you speak, how do you articulate your tone, how you give examples, so many things, how you spike emotion, your storytelling, that is how you will start improving. Analyze, improve, go again. That's the fourth lesson, the third lesson. The fourth lesson, how to have mental resilience. It is very simple. Any challenge or any tough time that you are going through will lead to mental resilience. I'll give you a story after I stopped racing. You know how every single athlete, when they stop their performance, how they lose their purpose and they might feel that they're lost and they lose their way. They start doing bad habits and they're not motivated, they're not dedicated to anything anymore. Because an athlete, they spend all their lives dedicating their whole life and focus and energy into this performance, into the sport. Once that sport is gone, they lose that motivation and they lose their purpose. Now, that happened to me in 2021. I stopped racing and it was a challenge for me. You know, you can expect why. So, as I said, any tough time leads to mental resilience. That was a tough time for me. I took that as a challenge. Okay, I still remember after I stopped, I always go to the gym 4 times a week and I train and I play tennis and I run. You have to stay fit in anything. So I still remember one time I went to the living room. I woke up and I didn't feel like going to the gym. I didn't want to go. And I was telling my mom I didn't want to go. She told me, okay, don't go. It's okay. And then my dad heard me. He was in his room. He ran to the living room. He looked at me in the eye. Okay, and he told me, and he started yelling. He said, you think you've been going to the gym only for racing? You think that only because you stopped racing now you stop going to the gym? The gym and your health is a lifestyle. You don't go to the gym for racing. You go to the gym for you to improve. I heard that and it switched in my mind. And ever since then, I haven't skipped. And right now, I'm more disciplined than when I wasn't racing even. I just came back from the gym right now. So, I mixed 2 lessons over here. The lesson of mental resilience, which is because of that tough time, because I stopped racing, because of that challenge, now I am mentally stronger than when I wasn't racing. Because now I look back and I see that hard situation that I was in. That yes, I stopped, but now I'm more disciplined. Now I'm more focused. Now I'm even more motivated. Because I stopped. And what does that give me? Mental resilience. Any problem that I face in the future, now I have this story in my mind, this example that I went through and that I beat this challenge. So any challenge that you're facing right now, look at it in this way. Any challenge will lead to mental strength. If you're not going through a challenge now, you will in the future. It's the way of a man's life. Every man will face challenges. Don't look at it in a negative way. See the challenge as an opportunity, as a gift for you to have more mental strength. That's the way it goes in anything. And the second lesson in the same story is that the gym and your health is a lifestyle. After I stopped, man, the only way I stayed sane, okay, is by going to the gym and training and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Look at my transformation. I decided to gain some muscle because I could. In racing, you can't grow in size or else you're gonna become slower. So, always take care of yourself physically, mentally. On those 2 levels, it's very important. Your health is extremely important. How can you build $1 million business if you have horrible health? Physical health, mental health, it's not gonna work. How are you gonna find your dream wife? Build great relationships. Motivate your parents, be an example. If your health is horrible, health is fundamental for you to be able to build anything in the future. And that's what my dad told me that day. And I understood that. And I stayed disciplined. And now I'm so grateful for what he said. And I'm so grateful for the discipline that he put me through since I was in racing. Because now no way am I gonna skip a session. And now we're motivating each other to stay healthy, which is beautiful. So, you don't need a performance ahead of you to stay disciplined. It's all in your mind. You are the biggest project in your life. It's not that I have a marathon or man, there are people, if they have a wedding or something, they lose like 20 kilos just to look good in that wedding, and then after the wedding, they gain 50 back. What's this logic? Well, what are you doing to your health? You're just losing weight to look good in front of everyone? No. You maintain a healthy lifestyle for your own mental strength. That is why discipline is needed, and discipline is beautiful. Discipline also leads to mental strength. Discipline itself is a challenge. Every time you don't feel like going, it's a challenge. Every time you beat it and you go, you build more mental strength. Discipline means doing the work regardless how you feel. And half of the days of the year, you're not gonna feel like doing any work. That itself is a challenge. Once you beat it, you create mental strength. Once you maintain a healthy lifestyle, for you, not for a stupid wedding, you become mentally stronger. And that will trickle on all aspects of your life, on all areas of your life, with your family, in your work, in your own business if you want to create one, with your friends, at school, everywhere. People will respect you more, you will respect yourself, and just everything becomes better. Another lesson, don't compare yourself to others. Focus on yourself. Bruce Lee used to say, it's you against yourself, you against you. If you want to compare to anyone, you compare in a positive way, which means you don't look at someone, okay, and you say, man, look how faster this driver is, look how better he is than me, man. I wish I was like him, and man, you start complaining and you beat yourself up. Is that improvement? That is not improvement. That will make you worse. Okay, if you compare yourself in a negative way. The positive way is to look and to take inspiration. Fine, you admit, this guy is better than me in this. Perfect. Now you have a chance to improve. You see him, what is he doing differently? How can I be more like him? How can I reach his speed? How can I become like him socially? How can I teach and explain points like him? I admire his confidence. How can I become like him more? If you want to compare, you compare in a positive way. You look to take inspiration. Don't compare in a negative way. Comparison is the thief of joy, my man. So focus on yourself, develop yourself, and you're gonna find the good results. Another lesson are the habits that I built, or the habits that I took from racing and kept them in my life after I stopped racing. The habits that I do every single day. I visualize, I journal, eat healthy, gym, reading. Those habits are super important, and I even added some of them after racing. Yeah, those habits are very important to maintain. Now I know if you've never done any of those things before, it's not gonna be easy for you to start them. I'm gonna say it as it is. To be disciplined in these habits, if you've never done any of them before, it's not gonna be easy. It's not even easy for someone who's done them before. For me, I always have to put effort to do these. But the point is, discipline is needed for you to improve. And you need to start putting good habits in your life, great habits, for you to find great results. You are your habits. If your habits are horrible, you're not gonna find great results. It's that simple. Having and building great habits are needed. And you don't start with the hardest habit. You don't start by going to the gym 5 times a week. You start small. Okay, I said this in previous videos. If you're playing a video game, okay, you don't start with the fastest car and the level 100 task. With the level 100, you don't start by fighting the boss. You start level 1, the easiest thing. You start with that and you improve. Slowly, you build up. Same thing with discipline. You start with the basics. Make your bed every day. You keep yourself clean. You brush your teeth. You shower. The basic stuff of taking care of yourself. Washing your hands before and after you eat. Keeping your room clean and tidy. I can show you my room if you want. Right now. Okay, those are the points of the video. This is my desk. This is the monitor. Okay, that's my seat, the sim. This is the bed. This is next to my bed. And that. It's the garbage. You don't find clothes lying around on the floor or anything like that, or garbage or papers or tissue or anything. No, you keep your room clean. Okay, you start with those things and slowly you build to the habits. You saw the habits that I said. Visualization, eating healthy, sleeping early, reading, working. I'm working on YouTube every single day. It's those habits that will make you better. So you follow them. You journal. Journaling, you can start journaling. It's very simple. 3 things you're grateful for. Just remember the concept. You are your habits. Improve your habits, you will improve who you are. That's simple. And the last lesson is finding your brothers. Creating your own brotherhood. People our age need to have close brothers, close friends that you can treat them as brothers. Man, Philip, Jack and Andrew are my closest friends, alright? And I can give them everything I own, and I can sleep, and I can fully trust in them. I can tell them anything. We always push each other to improve. And back at school, we weren't the cool kids. Back at school, we weren't that close. In grade 12, I found them. I said this in many videos, but it's very important to create your own brotherhood and to find... It's not about having 1 million friends, like so many people at school. It's not about having 10,000 followers on Insta, then you're gonna be happy. No, that's not the way it works. It's about having 3-4 quality friends. You need this more than you know right now. As you grow up, you're gonna value this more, and as you grow up, you're gonna wish that you put more time into this when you were younger. Finding close brothers who take care of themselves, who will take care of you, for you guys to push together and improve, is such a big and important lesson. My parents helped me so much to deal with me stopping racing, and they helped me as well. Big time, all 3 of them. Philip, Jack and Andrew, all of them, played a very important role. And right now we speak every single day. Don't rush the process of finding your close friends, but you attract who you are. So if you want to attract quality people, you yourself need to be a quality man, which means you need to start working on yourself, start developing your habits. The more you do this, the more you will attract people like you. A flower attracts bees. Garbage attracts flies. You build yourself to be like a flower, to attract the bees. If you are garbage, you will attract flies, negative people who don't respect you, who you will never trust. A flower is between a garden of flowers, and it attracts bees, the right people. So, learn from these lessons, start improving, use the points that we talked about, how to improve in anything, how to adapt to new situations, how to treat the people around you, what habits to build, how to build mental resilience, the concept of maintaining physical health even though you don't have a performance, finding your brothers, do all of those things to find the right people, to build yourself, to improve who you are. Trust me, this worked with me, and I will stay on this route, no matter what happens. I proved to myself that I can. I don't need a race anymore. I don't need anything in front of me. I will stay motivated and I will stay disciplined, regardless what happens, because of these lessons. So follow them, and you too will find lessons for yourself, and you will find improvement, and you're gonna build your own story to tell. So that's the video, man. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you liked it. And I will see you in the next one.